Did you know that promotion guidelines are just pretty much made up? Like if you're a life insurance agent and your FMO is telling you you need to sell this much, this many months in a row and everything to get a higher contract level, that's really just kind of fake. The reason this matters and the reason I'm thinking about it right now is when I went out to dinner tonight, I saw that there was a Spanish coffee on the menu. And I'm in Canada right now and it's really cold. And I thought, wow, a warm drink plus some whipped cream would be really nice. So I ordered it. But I had never had a Spanish coffee before. I had this one particular client that when I was meeting with him, he kept going on about Spanish coffees. Oh man, you've never had one? We got to have a Spanish coffee. I'm like, oh, maybe someday. Like I wasn't really much of a drinker or anything. And I ended up with his policy was issued with the condition. So what that means, if you're not really experienced, is that he was approved, but I had to go back and have him sign a piece of paperwork. And he said that he would sign the paperwork if I agreed to go and have two, not one, but two Spanish coffees with him. And you're probably thinking like, no, well, you would never do that. Oh yeah, I did it. But here's why. It's because I needed a promotion. I was so close to how much I needed to sell for 2 months in a row in order to get promoted. And I put off meeting with him as long as possible because I didn't want to. I mean, I kind of felt like I was whoring myself a little bit, but it came down to if I didn't get that policy issued, I was not going to get the promotion. So I went out and I had the 2 drinks with him and he signed the paperwork. And you know what? That was like a decade ago and the policy is still on the books. The thing is, it was just completely unnecessary because for one thing, even with that promotion, I was still being massively underpaid compared to your regular run-of-the-mill independent agent. Like I wasn't even at street level contract. I was working my butt off to get what most agencies and even the carrier would just hand out to any agent the very day they got licensed. Now, I didn't know that because I had never ever worked for another company. I just only knew the company that I had worked with as soon as I got licensed. And that's why it's really important to me to keep talking about fair pay for agents, to be making sure that you know you are getting paid what you're worth. If you decide to work for a company and are underpaid, but you feel there's value in that, like your company does enough for you, they pay for your marketing, they give you lots of support, that the trade-off is worth it, absolutely go for it. But in the end, the company I was working for really wasn't that great. And I could have really used that money. My family could have really used that money. Just know, in the vast majority of situations and for companies that people are working for, your contract level is negotiable. And even that company now, my understanding from what I hear through the grapevine, they will negotiate with you. So if you feel you're being underpaid, absolutely bring it up and ask for a raise in your compensation. And also, Spanish coffees are absolutely delicious.